side. Dwayne Doolittle, Gary Woods along with you here from Langston, Oklahoma on the campus of Langston University. Zip Gales Fieldhouse, Marcus Haynes Court. Man, that's a lot of history.
That's some high-powered history right there.
A lot of history. For those who know your history, and those of you who don't, Google Zip Gales, CF Gales, and
Caesar Felton Gales,
and Marcus Haynes, one of the Harlem Globetrotters' best to ever do it, from Sand Springs, Oklahoma.
Yeah, he was Curly O'Neal before Curly was Curly O'Neal.
Absolutely. A lot of history here on the campus of Langston University, the only HBCU in the state of Oklahoma. This game tonight features the Lady Toppers of Blue Mountain Christian from Blue Mountain, Mississippi, and the Lady Lions from Langston University. How we got here is what we're going to discuss here in this pregame. And Gary, we already discussed off the air that the Lady Toppers, who are 7-9 in their conference, the Southern States Athletic Conference, entered as the 8th seed and ran the table to get the automatic bid into this tournament. Their first appearance under Coach Tracy Rice, they are 19-11 on the season, 7-9 in conference play. And what's interesting about that is they were playing the best at the right time.
Yeah.
And got into their tournament as an automatic qualifier and come in here as the 13th seed to face Coach Chris Benson and the Lady Lions of Langston University. And they come in after running the table in the Sooner Athletic Conference, going in conference play. They were
22-2,
22-2, 29-2 overall. They are 17-0 here in the Den, 12-2 on the road. Chris Benson in his first year. However, his name is not an unpopular name around this place because he was an assistant under Coach Wright, Chris Wright, on the men's team, and took over the helm this year for the Lady Lions.
And he was also an assistant under Gino Ariema, the head coach at the UConn Huskies.
Say less.
Yeah, so pedigree is strong.
Needless to say, this guy knows his stuff, has reconfigured this Lions roster and taken them literally from worst to first in the Sooner Athletic Conference. A remarkable turnaround that mirrors the success that Chris Wright has had here at Langston University on the women's side. This first round game, Langston's first time to host here, and certainly we are looking forward to those of you who are listening to us on this stream. We welcome you in, and we're going to make this as interesting as we possibly can tonight, bring you a lot of fun-filled facts. So, Gary, when we look deeper, take a deeper dive into these teams, and they are so similar in their road to the conference tournament where the Lady Toppers come in, and Kristen Guy, one of their leading scorers, is the MVP of the tournament, and Sharmita Brooks is on the all-tournament team. Ironically, those two ladies, a senior and a grad student, lead the Lady Toppers. When we jump over to the Langston Lions, Jordan Brown was the MVP of the Sooner Athletic Conference tournament, and Career Kirksey made the all-tournament team. So we've got two MVPs and two all-tournament team members playing right here at Langston, Oklahoma tonight, here in this first round game, opening game of this first round here on the field of 64. Head on the road to Kansas City. 2 wins to get to Kansas City.
Well, actually, for the ladies, I think they play in Iowa.
You're right, Iowa. I did broadcast the men's game earlier.
Yep. The men go to Kansas City.
Men go to Kansas City. 2 wins to Iowa. So
it would be nice if they just hosted NAIA, both men's and women, in Kansas City. That would really, be pretty cool.
It would.
Yeah, for that to happen.
For the fan base.
For the fan base.
For those teams
that would be cool. Besides that, I really enjoy Kansas City. I like the barbecue.
Well, it's okay.
Oh, come on.
Who's your favorite barbecue in Kansas City?
Oh, man, it's Smokestack, Gates, Arthur Bryant's. Pick one. Flip a coin.
Listen, it's a whole different brand of barbecue in Kansas City, first off. They grill and then smother and dredge in barbecue sauce.
I'm a saucy guy.
I'm not a saucy guy.
Oh, okay.
If the barbecue is good, needs no help.
Okay.
That's mine.
So what's your favorite?
Smokey Dude's barbecue.
Where?
At my backyard.
So you Smokey Dude.
Yeah, I'm Smokey Dude. You don't need no teeth to eat my beef.
Oh, yeah, it's toothless brisket.
Yes, there it is. Falls off the bone.
Just falls off the bone.
Yes, sir.
Smoke the life out of it.
Oh, man. It's low and slow and
let it go.
Let it go. Yeah, sit back and relax.
Just go on and go to sleep, wake up in the morning.
I've done that, and oh my goodness, I could barely get it out of the grill because it was falling apart so good.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we've gotten hungry now.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about basketball.
Sure.
So again, the Lions come in on a multiple game winning streak.
Yes.
They've only lost 2 games this season.
Yeah.
And so this team they are deep, they are loaded, they have been battle tested. Yeah. They've lost twice. On the other hand, the Blue Toppers, they started playing well at the right time to win. Their only hope to get into this tournament was to go in, and Coach Tracy Rice said to her girls, listen, the only way we're going to make the field of the tournament, we got to win our conference tournament.
That's right.
And they got it done on the backs of Guy and Brooks.
You know, the one thing I do enjoy about, and I said this earlier during the men's games, actually the game before this one, I like looking at teams from different conferences because then it gives you some indication of, you know, like you get an idea as to who are the top teams in the conference. You look at, you know, what is the level of competition from conference to conference, because oftentimes throughout the course of the year when we're, you know, calling or broadcasting games, you know, we end up seeing, you know, the rankings, and we try to make sense of the rankings without really knowing what the other teams look like. We have a tendency to look at their win-loss record only, but we don't have any idea as to what the strength of schedule is or anything like that. So it's really an outstanding opportunity for us as announcers to be able to, you know, again, be able to host this tournament or broadcast this tournament, look at the different teams that are coming in. We're going to get to see 2 teams today, and there's going to be 2 teams later, and then we'll see the finals tomorrow, so that we can get some idea as to, you know, what does that really look like? What does, you know, these various conferences, how they match up, and what's the type of talent they're able to attract and retain?
Yeah, there's an announcement going here.
We have been in contact with the NEI as well, and for the safety of all of us here, we're going to shelter in place here. Some of the safest places that you can be. We are postponing the game for 1 hour. All right, we're going to see if the wind and the fire has moved to a place where we're safe to play. Okay, and we'll go to the next step if we're unable to play after that 1 hour. So girls, you can go back to your dressing room. We need all the fans to stay in place and not be outside. We need to be indoors and CSL filled out. Stay tuned for more information.
So an announcement here from the on-site athletic director, Danita Rogers. They've been in contact with the NAIA. For those of you who don't know, outside of the Oklahoma area, we are experiencing winds sustained at 40 miles an hour, gusting up to 60 miles an hour. There are multiple fires in and around the area. There are some that are close to us here at Langston. Yeah. And rather than start the game and interrupt the game, under the advisement of the NAIA, this game will be postponed for 1 hour to assess those conditions to see where we are, and then we'll come back to that. In an abundance of caution, nothing in the immediate area, but just to make sure, out of an abundance of caution, we're going to shelter in place here and then come back in 1 hour or reassess in 1 hour to see if we'll be able to start this round of games. So we're going to step aside during that time and pause our broadcast, come back in and update you along the way, and we will restart our pregame again and go back through this stuff we just talked about. For those of you who are wondering, we are not in any immediate danger. However, there are fires in and around us that has caused some concern. And so, again, out of an abundance of caution, we are in a 1 hour delay until the conditions either improve or something else comes along. So
Yeah, got to give Logan County Fire Department the opportunity to get this thing under control.
Absolutely. And as a retired career firefighter, I understand what they're battling right now.
Yeah.
And it is no picnic. So we'll be back in about an hour or so. Once we know more information, we'll share that information with you. So we'll step aside for now and come back for the first round of the NAIA tournament featuring the Lady Lions of Langston, Oklahoma, and the Blue Mountain Christian Lady Toppers from Blue Mountain, Mississippi. Dwayne Doolittle, Gary Woods, we're stepping aside. We'll be back with you as soon as we know more.